Hello survivors and welcome to today's video. If you've been following what's been going on with these official game saves, you'll know that it's turned into a bit of a shit show. Everybody's really annoyed and Wildcard are getting a lot of flack, which they would because they did promise us, as we can see in this screenshot here, that the save datas from Ark Survival Evolved's official servers will be uploaded for players to rehost on their own servers to play in single player, non-dedicated, and we didn't get that. Not for console anyway. So we did discuss this more in the previous video, and somebody on Discord has asked what's been going on, and one of the admins on the official Discord has said, I've said multiple times that the single player save option is only for PC. Microsoft and PS must rent a server from Nitrado. So yeah, it is as we discussed in the last video, and we also discussed in the previous video how Dolly had said that she wasn't aware that anybody would actually want to run a server on Xbox or PlayStation, and they couldn't do that with the current infrastructure. However, I'm going to go back to one of our previous videos where we wondered if they were actually going to be able to do this at all. And if we take a look, he says, my mate made a server from our old legacy servers on my PlayStation, and when I logged in, I had access to my character and all my stuff. Their mate made a server from their old legacy server on PlayStation. They're guessing that you should be able to do the same thing this time around. Also on last night's crunch, somebody actually commented on it and said what happened when they moved from legacy to official. Yes, it was possible on console. Another very different thing is that they do not want to do it because they ran out of money to do it. Don't lie to us anymore. So it looks like it was possible. Let me know if you were one of the legacy players and you were able to get your console official saves transferred and play them on single player non-dedicated, because it looks like this was the case in the past. So why has it changed now? Well, we discussed this on our stream the other night and the Dino Lord said,
I have a sneaky suspicion, yeah? What if it was possible?
Yeah,
and they thought that it was possible, and they were going to let you have your single player save file. But then after this whole new deal with Nitrado, how's that affected the results of this to now, no, instead of actually saving your save file to console, you've got to go and rent a server from Nitrado?
You know, I thought exactly that.
Did they say, no, we didn't mean that and stuff? Maybe they did mean it, but this new deal is like, no, their hands are tied to Nitrado, no.
Because she said,
it just seems a bit suspicious. So it's like, now it's like, oh, if you do want it, it's fine, you can still have it, but you got to rent a server from Nitrado.
Yeah. Do you reckon, because from March until like last week, we were all told we were going to be able to do this. And then all of a sudden, no, you can't. You have to pay if you want to do it on Xbox or if you want to do it on PlayStation because, you know, infrastructure and all that. You know, in the past when we've thought they were lying to us, but it's actually Snail Games in the background cracking the whip. So since Snail Games have run out of money and have had to do this deal with Nitrado where they've taken out a loan, and the clause is if Ark Survival Ascended releases on schedule, then a percentage of the earnings from that will go to Nitrado to pay back their loan. If it doesn't release on time, and this is on PC by the way as well, which we'll get into in a bit, if it doesn't release on personal computer by that date, then Nitrado will be taking a cut from the Ark Survival Evolved earnings. So it seems like since they've done this deal with Nitrado, all of a sudden we can't get our saves on single player or non-dedicated. We have to pay Nitrado to get it. Now, this just seems fishy. This seems so freaking fishy. And so coming back to what I was saying a minute ago as well, about the deal being it releases on personal computer on time, that's PC, right? So it's looking likely that PC are going to get Ark Survival Ascended in early access at the date stated that it, you know, in October. So it's going to come out on PC. It's going to be probably riddled with bugs because it's going to be in early access. And who knows when we'll get it on console. So they'll be getting money for Ark Survival Ascended from the Master Race, the PC lot. And then they'll be getting money from us, they hope, by forcing us to pay for a server for our official save game files. This is ridiculous. It could be speculating, I could be overthinking it, but that's what it seems like. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. So when Cedric, obviously he retweets the crunch quite often, so he retweeted last night's crunch, and I was just going through the comments on there, and then I came across this, where this guy would say, hey man, you get a lot of bickering, I just wanted to say, I appreciate you. So Cedric has actually commented back saying, I appreciate you too. Imian has replied saying, don't look at my retweet, it will feel like a backstab, ignore it, you're the best. But then look at Cedric's response, okay? This seems to me to confirm what we've all had suspicions of for a while. He said, you control as much as you like, but the truth is, I'm just a dude that's communicating what I'm permitted to. So what he's permitted to. We've said for ages that they're under some sort of non-disclosure agreement with Snail Games. They're only allowed to say a certain amount, and I bet there's a lot that they'd like to communicate with us and are not allowed to. I really do believe this. So it makes me a little bit sad, to be honest, because I know they're clearly passionate. I mean, you look at the game that they've made, you look at the lore behind it, the in-game mechanics, everything is amazing. Obviously, it runs a bit shit, but, you know, they've tried their best, and they have a very, very passionate team of developers. So it is a bit sad to see what is happening with them with Snail Games. I've said it before, my wish is for Microsoft or some other big publisher to come in and buy Ark from Snail Games, because they're just running it into the ground. And what they're doing with Wildcard, holding their tongues, cracking the whip, making them do all sorts of shit that they probably do not want to do, making them say all kinds of shit to us that they probably don't want to say. They're having to go back on promises, stuff that they thought was actually going to happen. Like, remember originally when the remaster was going to be free? Obviously, it comes out a few months later. No, you're going to have to pay for it. It's clearly Snail Games, because they've got themselves into so much debt and so much shit that they're forcing Wildcard's hand, and it's really frustrating, really upsetting, because we all love this game. Whether you moan about it, you moan about Wildcard, you moan about the state of the game, you love the game. You wouldn't be moaning about it unless you were this passionate about it, let's face it. I want to admit I've done the same. Many of us have. So yeah, I just wanted to put this out there because I don't know if any of you have seen this tweet or not from Cedric, and the fact that there are people out there saying that you were able to get your official game save files on console back when they did it with the legacy service. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you can shed some more light on this, I would be over the moon. If you were there in the legacy days, as I said earlier, let us know if you were able to transfer your files onto console, because there's only a couple of people that I've seen saying this. And if you take a look at the crunch from 2017, back when they were actually closing down the official legacy servers and giving you the files to download for single player, non-dedicated, unofficial. Under console, it does say you can host any legacy server using Nitrado. So this just makes me wonder if it was possible, or if people are just saying that now because Wildcard made out basically with their wording that we were going to be able to host these on our own single player. Anyway, I hope you all have a great weekend. We will be streaming this weekend, so if you want to catch us on Twitch, the link will be in the description. If you want to come and get involved in the chat, we always have a great time. We do discuss the issues like this as well as playing the game, but it's very light-hearted and we all have a great time, and I hope to see you there. Have a great day, guys, and take care.
Get the bell on.